Well, hello people of YouTube and internet, I am ChipDP, back at an amazing... Okay, to my friend, there's a chance tonight talking today will be not so good because I did some gameplay sessions, 3 of them. One of them have voice acting. Actually, I think I'm hungry. Okay, we'll have a little meal break, then I will come back to you. Okay, so I ate some fried chicken. Have you ever had this feeling of forgetting one of the important functions of your body? Like being confused, what the hell is wrong with me? Oh wait, I didn't eat anything. Okay, I would not say I didn't eat anything for the whole day. But at the moment of my recording and for 3 hours, because usually recording, well yeah, I would say some of 3 hours. So yeah. So today also maybe we'll make 2 recordings, so that will be another 2 hours. So on this note, is there anything else I want to say? Yeah, I'm gonna react to TheOdd1sOut. I got one of his old videos. I think I will start with Picasso and Modern Art Museum, and maybe we'll end either on psychic education or tales of donation blood. Now, TheOdd1sOut is a guy I didn't react for a while, so that's mean I did reaction for not so short period of time, but I already forget about it. And mostly, is there anything else I want to say? For now, all these videos are blind reaction, mostly, again, until the Subway saga, it will be blinded. Because I'm very bad subscriber who didn't check his old videos. Sorry for this scene, sorry. Now on this note, Picasso and Modern Art Museum, and I see some French on his cheek. So not much I can say, so pressing the play button right bloody now. Again, the article is much more better. But the audio is much more better.
Okay,
it's almost like his old video.
Every meal is like super important in France, except for breakfast for some reason.
Well, I also don't eat breakfast a lot.
Sat down together as a family and talked.
You don't do this?
For breakfast, they were just like, "Here's a croissant. Okay, let's go." I mean, breakfast is only the most.
I mean, unless I eat breakfast, I usually skip it because usually I don't wake up at breakfast.
Entire aisle of cheese in the grocery store, but I realized back home we have an entire aisle for candy and ice cream. So,
don't they have that?
We went to the Louvre.
They just separate everything. So you've been to French, and I think I didn't know about you.
By famous people. They had the famous statue with no arms.
Wow, you totally take a picture, didn't you?
Fancy rooms because apparently people used to live here. And
really?
The most famous painting.
Okay, I have nothing idea what French is.
That room was
I mean, I know it's a country. I know Eiffel Tower. I know nothing about the French.
Tall painting that probably took
I mean, I know it's dirty and more than it will represent.
But were people crowded around
really? Again, probably not super hard to make, if you know how to make it.
The school system has failed me yet again. And as someone who likes to draw, I thought it was really cool to look
at some mispaint in the lines.
Details. Also, I took a bunch of pictures of butts. Look, this is
well, you all have fetishes.
Look at her butt. So I had a good time, but afterwards we went to the Picasso Museum, Modern Art Museum, and this other...
Do you like Modern Art?
I forgot its name. It was French. And it's kind of weird going into these places as someone who likes to draw cartoons. Oh, I like
so what do you think?
They're pretty neat. And
oh, that's actually pretty interesting. I think it will look optimized.
That's an interesting...
Well, anime basically do the same thing, but with mouse. Yes, way to make it way more easier.
Look at this. Why is it framed? Someone framed this.
It's fast. Everything was framed. It's like they're having an album of photos. Now we have all Jesus show.
Would you call this his best work?
Well, it's not bad.
Picasso. Look at the Modern Art Museums.
Okay, now that's
piece was the painting of a black
just simple, easily.
I loved it so much that I drew over it in my phone and probably spent more time and thought than
oh, so you draw over it.
I'm not saying the more real a painting looks, the more artsy it is.
Well, it's impressive, but
look at my drawings. No, seriously, look at them. Their heads are
still more of the cartoony art style.
Dance. If I entered an art contest against Leonardo da Vinci, he would win because his stuff took talent. It's not.
Well, he would not win. There's probably like a timer in there, and he drew for a very long time.
They're easy. They're so easy. And I know I'm leaving out paintings with color schemes and forms. Now,
Minions?
This, I've come up with something called the Keith Haring Principle to help people like me better understand modern art. In the late 70s, a man named Keith Haring drew graffiti in subway stations and had sort of...
oh, and it was so amazing that they just framed it. Or maybe cut the wall.
He never thought about what the finished product was going to be. He just drew whatever he felt like.
Oh, but he could do the same thing. Well, not that artsy. I just... well, okay, I will not try just do randomly. I have the idea, then do it, and then see where it leads me.
You can buy t-shirts and mugs of his drawings, and I think that's really
wait, is he still alive? Wait, what year is it?
Do they belong in a museum? No. Keith made thousands of these
Well,
small
back then there was no
drawings.
internet,
They're
and so
still
people
art,
just genuinely
but
like
not
it.
art people should pay to see. They should pay to wear and drink out of it. And by the way, this stuff is in no way research, so I'm talking completely out of my butt right now, but I think Picasso and the circle painting should be on t-shirts, or kids' books, or even
Kids' book?
webcomics. So people would say,
So basically
hey,
online,
I like your
but
shirt.
back then there was no
Thanks.
online.
I like the design.
So there's nothing
Never
I can
frame
do.
it and hang it up on my wall.
Well, some people do this. I don't not for these kind of drawings. I don't for these kind of drawings also do that. Okay, talking about this one. Okay, let's bloody come back to this to see my talking point. Because I learned recently I should bloody check what he's talking about and reference it. Well, first of all, man, talking about his animation, it's bloody his, okay, I will not say his new one, because again, he's now have a new one. So there's first one, second one, a new one. This already looked like the Subway version. Before that, there was more, okay, what can I say more? Okay, the first video actually wasn't his art style of this one, but plus also child version art style, like he draw people in the unique way. This one already look like Subway version. Okay, maybe the background jokes are less, and mostly just focused on James, and plus those pictures. Like in the future, he start making lots of those drawings on background and more joking and expressing jokes outside, but to be fair, okay, at Subway he started it, and the new one version he already have a team which do it as a job. So again, team, make life more easier. But also harder because you have to understand how paid someone is working. Because I usually just get paid, I never pay anyone. Well, not buying stuff does not count, I'm talking like a boss. Now, first of all, for audio, it already sounds better than we got previously. But I think I already did comment about this one in my previous reaction of James, I think I did it. But again, I would say it's still pretty quiet to my taste, like it's still quiet and pretty hard to me to tell what he's saying. And especially when I'm talking, I bloody hear nothing. So I basically, like, at the first moment of the video when I was talking, I didn't hear nothing. When I shut up, I actually hear something. And if I have a very long thought I want to express, it's bloody getting so much bloody longer. Not talking about French, never been there, again said nothing know about the French. I mean, I know Lady Bug and Miraculous, I know some famous facts, not historical, but just the fact in general that people see it as a love city. Some interesting fact from people I know, one guy, well not guy, a woman, but also I will not say it's my friend, just someone I know. Been to French and she said it was dirtier than people show to us. Although I think every city, I don't, well, it depends. Okay, I've been like to some dirty cities. It's like depends on the state of the city or the laws of the city. Like, I saw some really dirty city, I saw some cities which were a bit more cleaner. But saw some parts where there's like a ton of dirt or that stuff. Now museums, of course I've been to museum, also art museum. Okay, actually I think I've been more to historical museum without art museums. And some interesting museums like museums with artistic theme. Like a chair museum or something like this, or museum of illusions, something like this. Now talking about modern art, also don't understand it. Old art, like you mostly don't care about it that much. Mostly I don't know any famous paintings except for Mona Lisa, The Scream, and other famous paintings. Now talking about modern art, well yeah, I would totally agree with James, like mostly those modern arts are probably people who would upload stuff on Twitter. But because maybe Twitter didn't exist back then, or when modern art started existing. But probably then the internet would just become to get a thing, and it was not that easy to post it online. And so people just start museuming it as they would do now. Now art just become, back then art would be something which is for very important people, and people who are very important start making product for people to enjoy and watch. Nowadays anyone can art and put it on everyone's eyes. Like back then you just make a drawing, put it somewhere, people just have to pay to watch it. Or they pay you to draw something and they just some nobleman on that stuff. Nowadays people just make art for fun, and for profit it depends where you put this art or how you promote it or how much worth you have. Also depends on this stuff. Now, talking about realism, again, more of cartoony and fun. Now, about me drawing. Like I said, comment about me toss like randomly drawing, but I would say, I still have the idea of what I want to do. Then decide what I want it to be, human, male or female, and then start drawing. And then comment ideas about drawings. What I want to do, what colors I want to give. So mostly I never like full time thinking about what I want to draw. In fact, I don't even have sketches of what I want to draw. Because I saw some people who were drawing and they're like professionals and they would like make a tons of versions of what they want to do until they figure out what they want to go with. They make those lines, they remove them, they color, they're doing that stuff. I was to do this because I'm pretty lazy. Again, the solid is fact about me. I like to make stuff fast. I eat fast, I draw fast. Well, how fast? Well, my drawings are pretty simple, so it's fast like day. Or maybe 2 days, or maybe 3. Well, depends how complicated the drawing is. Like, there were some drawings that took me months. Most because I was taking also break day off. And then the drawings which took me 1 day. And then I start making another drawing, and usually split those drawings on days. Or maybe even bunches, like make a bunch of drawings in 1 day, and then the other bunches in the next day. Like, that's how I prefer to do my jobs. And that's it, and I have much I can say. I think everyone to say I said it, so for the next one, we should go. It's props and cons of living in Arizona. Now I don't know where you live. Maybe where you lived before. Yeah, I don't know. If I were a YouTuber, I would never like tell where I live in the country or continent. I'm like trying to keep it a secret as much as I can. Or how much as I can. I think like a smart person can easily tell where I live. Well, not my exact location. For that I totally checking that nowhere it will be bloody seen. Bloody hell, if I have suspicion of someone pitch poking my location somehow by my games or by my videos, I'm like bloody trying to hide it as much as I can. But I didn't always try to hide it. Well, I mean, I try hiding it by closing the curtains, but the trees outside my house pretty nice blocking the view, so no one can tell what's happening outside my room, inside my house. I mean, I think the only thing you can tell, there's some leaves, and that what season it is, because again, winter no leaves, and summer full of leaves. And that my window closed or open. And for audio outside my house, you also will not be able to tell what's going on, because usually it's not catching up, or if they're like super loud noise, I usually close my window. But again, I know some YouTubers which so... Okay, not exactly all YouTubers. So, for example, the only YouTuber I know is James, and then some other people who well, usually talk about their own place of living, or tell about people finding their houses. Or some people even record moments from videos from outside the house, and to be fair, even video outside of your house, it's such an easy way to be found. Those people are like, I hope accepting the risk that there will be some crazy fun, but try to find them. Because from those crazy fans, it's usually also a question, why the hell you want to find this guy? Okay, for obvious reasons, because you bloody like him for that much, that you want to actually meet him in person and say his video amazing. Or pitch for your ideas, which I also understand why, because I know I also have the stage of wanting to give pitch point ideas to creators. And I've been doing it like bloody awkwardly, like giving ideas for creators to make the videos about, because I don't know, I think like I guess it's just you want to contribute to the creator itself and feel important. But then I started realizing how bloody cringy it is. And stop doing this. And usually like don't even comment on stuff or that stuff. Yeah, like, I usually don't comment on anything. Well, maybe if it's like super interesting or I bloody like it or I have some funny jokes I want to tell. Like then I will comment the shit everywhere. And for other stuff, not much, so let's just see Arizona. Never been there, heard about it. Don't know much of historical. Wait, I think it's hot. No, it's full. No, Arizona is hot. I was thinking about Florida, but Florida is a different place with different rules against society. Again, pressing the play button right bloody now.
Yeah, I'm not really sure you should do a video about Arizona. I mean, only people from Arizona will think it's
So you're from Arizona?
I'm gonna do it anyway. So if you saw
So
my
actually some people understand the jokes. When people get a bit more better about the country.
So cool, I'm gonna talk about
Please.
pros and cons of living in Arizona. Pro, we got cactus.
Really?
And
I didn't know.
We,
Now I know about this.
Mexico, are the only place in the world with saguaro cactuses.
Why would need cactuses?
And as an
Are they
bonus,
important?
they look really funny with Christmas decorations.
Well, I guess it's one of the props of
Not a
them.
lot of trees.
Actually, I heard you talk about Arizona. Never know you're from Arizona.
They just stand there. All they do is provide shade and oxygen.
Well, soon human will evolve to not need oxygen.
Instead of trees, we have these things.
We have to force ourselves to evolve.
We have In-N-Out. Okay, that store technically originated in California, but it's moved to here, and it's
Only here?
delicious. I actually
Well, I'm not a big fan of burgers.
They didn't hire me though.
Yeah, we only accept the true-blooded people who are ready to job. Okay, that sounds weird. Shut up, Bloody. Sorry for shutting, but it's annoying.
In the summer, you can expect the weather to be in triple digits.
Oh, bloody hell, I
We don't
hate
have to
it.
be told not to
Yeah, I
leave
like
our
more
dog
of the
or babies
cool
inside
guy.
cars,
I
because
like my
we're already
coldness.
dying of heat stroke while the
Heat is like
air
ritual that I hate.
Pro, we don't have daylight savings, which might seem like a good thing, but the only reason we don't is because con, the sun is trying to kill you. Yes, it's hot here. Pro, I think we got the Grand Canyon, which is like one of the 7 wonders of the world.
I literally didn't know this. I'm bloody hell, not just uncultured, I'm...
Oh, I got it.
Don't even have rights to be classified as a human!
Oranges, lemons, and grapefruits. They only get ripe in the winter, though. These are actually part of the 3 C's of Arizona. We have citrus, copper, cats, cacti, and cattle. And
I think lots of people have copper.
Sunshine we're getting. Con. It
I think oranges in lots of places, and plus they get delivered. I mean, I probably like eating not orange from close place, but again, I like oranges and I don't really care how many chemicals you put them to keep them safe.
When we do get rain, streets flood, schools close, and trees, well, these kinds of trees, fall.
Jesus Christ, I just remembered about tornado and flood.
Winter is a total breeze. Winter is when the weather
Jesus
is
Christ.
perfect.
You should probably think about this.
To deal with stuff like this, here all we get is ripe lemons perfect for making cold lemonade with. And because
yeah, I'm still not a big fan of lemonade. Actually, I won't try lemonade. It was okay. Actually, I did enjoy it, so maybe it was not true lemonade.
They're like birds who might
yeah, I like literally like snow, so I'll probably not survive in Arizona.
Coincidentally, what we call them. So really, it's sort of a pro/con. On one side, we have tolerable weather, but on the other side, old people. I can't really think of any more pros, so we're just going to say more cons. Apparently, Phoenix was ranked number 10 on the rudest cities in America, which, okay,
is it the city's Phoenix called?
Rudeness level. Was the person making this list
you just go there and check about people how they treat you.
Them to other cities like, oh, this person in Phoenix called me a piece of shit, but this person in Wyoming only called me a piece of crap. So
one guy jacks a bit the crap of me. No, I'm not talking about my personal life, I'm talking about this guy's personal life, so don't get confused.
Drivers around, which I can sort of see because everyone here drives 7 to 15 miles over the speed
what about
limit,
the
but
rules?
I really hate slow drivers, so it's kind of a pro for me, but I guess it's a con. Also, did you guys know that a haboob is another name for a dust storm? And I know this because we've had to use that word.
You bloody like your horny humor.
Call them that,
actually, I think you always like it.
20 times
okay, I think you're actually more of the flirty humor.
We're probably excited to see haboobs just so we can make jokes about them. As soon as we see a cloud of dust on the horizon, we all go, guys, it's a haboob, you guys.
We're gonna get dust in our eyes. It blast dust in our mouths.
And make jokes like, oh man, this is one massive haboob. And lastly, probably the worst con of all.
I think I did smile a little bit.
I know I already mentioned it 3 times.
Yeah, it's so bad that you can mention it hundreds of times.
My point home here. It's so hot here.
Miss Paint.
I'm literally sweating right now as I'm recording this, and that's
in the eyes if you didn't notice.
Please get me out. And some of you watching,
yeah, bloody hell.
But James,
I always open so many windows during summers.
Right?
I also bloody hate hot summers.
Let me answer that question.
And plus, I also like to hear music while moving. And it's freaking so much hot.
Ovens and volcanoes. And that's where I live.
Okay, talking about this one, when you mention basically the same jokes, interesting some. About Arizona, I doubt I will understand anything about Arizona because I've never been to Arizona. I only heard about what Arizona is. Imagine about the fact that I bloody have no idea what everything what's going on in the world. I just know the news from my friends or internet, which again not the best sources in the world. I'm a very closet kid. Okay, talking about this one. Some things I don't understand because there's just general understandable things. Well, for example, I didn't understand nothing about the cafe or the Fairmount. I'm not much of that. Okay, I probably think it's like typical McDonald's, maybe Burger King version is. I mean, I'm not a big fan of burgers. I mean, do eat them sometimes, but again, it's not a thing I will order constantly. Like something to be spicy or that stuff. And to be fair, I'm like basic, like it only meat, cheese, and sauce, and maybe some lettuce, no tomato and anything else. So like a super basic order. I probably have some fries and that stuff. Never been there, never heard about its existence, so nothing I can say about it. Well, the heat I know about it. And rudeness, I think it's pretty easy to measure. just being outside, like talking about things that people don't like, and see will people just ignore you or will actually start attacking you. So it's pretty easy to check. About lemons, okay, actually I once tried a lemonade. So like I tried two versions of lemonade. One version I didn't like because it was super sour. One version was also sour but more sweetness. And that lemonade I like. Okay, but like it was weird likeness. Like technically I usually don't drink drinks like that because they were fuzzy, it was sour, and that was like something I usually don't drink and don't enjoy. But like I was that thirsty that I totally would bloody drink something I don't like. So maybe I shouldn't start liking the fuzzy drinks because usually I like doing like cola or Pepsi. Like I also don't like that. I usually don't drink them. Never in my life drink them. That's a lie. There was more than I was drinking. Like then I first try it. I didn't like it. But then there was moments that I like my brother like to drink that stuff. My kid brother. It's probably not very healthy. But to be fair, I don't buy it that often. Like we buy it as some rare occasion. And like sometimes when I have it, I just get curious and start drinking it. Still don't like it, but then after sometimes I just start lower my standards and drinking it, like in a soul seeps. Like fuzziness, not big fan of it, but sweetness, and slowly started drinking it. Maybe I just started to hit that age where I bloody would start drinking fuzzy drinks. But again, that's still straight, not the thing I will enjoy. Like I will probably maybe drink one glass in a month. And after that, my brother already finished it. Okay, talking about that stuff. What else I can say? Oh, the fact that your house is not built for floods, it's bloody terrifying. I mean, okay, like, in my place, okay, I actually want to say about my place, but again, I bloody trying to save my location. Okay, like you know, there's like a tons of video of floodiness, and I was, my town was flooded one time. Okay, not like super flooded, but flooded in a way the level of water was raised a little bit. Like, not deadly bit, but a little bit. And I went for vacation on that time. I will not tell what kind of vacation because I don't want you to be able to pitch point when it's happened. But I saw a bunch of photos from friends show me how this flood was. And like it's one of those YouTube videos where floods happen. But yeah, it was not like a flood where a guy could swim in it. It just tons of waters. And my mom was pretty surprised. I pretty didn't care. So something like this. So I know about, well, luckily when the flood happened in my town, I was awake. Like maybe God's wish or something like this. But man, to be fair, it was not a flood to be scared of. Although it could be. Although, how much could be? Although I think that during that time there was lots of rains. I don't mind, I think every time there's autumns in my place, there's like always a lot of rains. I basically don't remember the day without the rain in autumn. Well, yeah, today that autumn it was a rain. And luckily I didn't catch it. I went outside today. Get socializing. Luckily I didn't catch it. But talking about other stuff, well, hurricanes I don't care much. I don't get it. Well, now I know that you call it habubis. How you call it? You call it habubis. Well, now I know the joke at least. When I be it of Arizona and I see a guy saying habubis, I don't know what the deal is. Hit. Man, I think I'm supposed to say I said it. So for the next one we shall go. For the next one... Don't glitch. How to live forever only using 5-hour energy. I cannot say nothing about this one. So pressing the play button. Can we check the quality right now? Oh, it's just the quality this was. That was a weird sentence. Pressing the play button right now.
Juan Ponce de Leon was famously known for searching for the legendary
Never know about
Fountain of
him.
Youth.
Oh, so it's that guy.
1500s. Spoiler alert, he didn't find it, obviously.
He just died.
He's
He
dead.
found freaking Fountain of
Might
Ageness.
have been successful if
Which is
only he
life.
lived in the 21st century. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that we have the key to immortality right in our grocery stores. And it all starts
you bloody
with
promoted
a
energy
red
drink?
bottle of 5-hour energy. So drinking one of these gives you 5 hours.
Okay, I'm not much of
So that
energy
means
guy.
drinking 2 will give you 10 hours.
I never bloody drink energy drink in my life. Not big fan of it. Okay, drink a couple times to play for girl. But generally I never drink on my own. Because I don't bloody need it. I have caffeine.
We would have to drink 3,504,000 bottles of
Okay, it's like
energy.
scam or what?
You have
I'm making fun of scam, I actually recommended it.
And there you go. That's how you live forever. Every 2,000 years, you just
It's like
drink 3
taking
million
vitamins.
bottles of 5-hour
Okay,
energy.
there's actually a guy
What,
who
that's
invent
12 ounces
vitamins
a
and
bottle
say he will
divided
take
by
them constantly to
128.
bloody live
So that's
forever.
only
I think he just make himself thicker.
328,500
Because
gallons of
vitamins are
5-hour
something you
energy,
need,
and boom.
but you don't
So
need
it's
it
not really a
constantly, or in
fountain
a
of
pure
youth.
form.
It's more of a pond of youth. And you have to drink all that 5-hour energy every 2,000 years. It's not going to be
Wait,
forever.
in what
I mean, it might
days?
take a while, so just set aside
Like how many
an
months? Or
afternoon
how many
and
into
get
days?
sipping. Wait, hold on. If each bottle is $2.50, then how much would it cost? 8.7 million? Dang it! Only the rich get to live forever.
So Trump
Okay,
already was a
guys,
thing
never
back then.
mind. I guess immortality is impossible.
How
Ugh,
freaking young
sounds like
are
we're
you on
gonna have to
YouTube? I
die.
think you are old on YouTube. Jesus Christ. I constantly forget how freaking young James on YouTube is. Was Trump already a president? Oh, wait. I doubt. No, there's no bloody way. He's not that freaking young. Is he? God damn it. Mega Evolution Trump. My concept of time is so freaking broken. What year is it today? God damn it. I refuse to believe that. I just refuse it. I don't want to believe this. Okay, bloody hell, what year is it? What year was this video made in? 2015. Trump. Wait a minute. Trump became president in 2017. Was jokes about Trump purple back then? Okay, to be fair, man, I never bloody joke about Trump. But he did become a president. So he was a joking meta and then he became a president. It's again kind of making my joking meta even more because people like joking about their leaders. Okay, well, except for one country which bloody will punish you for this with bloody terror on heart. Okay, maybe 2 countries. Maybe 3 countries. Maybe 4 countries. Then every country you think the president of the country will bloody hate you for making jokes about him. Not talking about this one. Okay, I think it's more like a joke video. Maybe this energy drink have a promotion. Okay, like energy drink, yeah, it depends. And it was pretty sweet, but again, I never bloody drink it. Maybe because I don't bloody need energy. Or maybe if I have to energy, I bloody drink coffee. Which again, it's also a substance which I was addicted. And I'm not kidding, I was like one time addicted to coffee. Like drink a lot of coffee one day until I bloody start shaking and bloody I died. And then bloody stopping drinking coffee that often. Like let's say 1 cup in the morning and 1 cup at the day. I usually just 1 cup in the morning and then skipping that. Or maybe skip in the morning and drinking 1 cup in the day. So like, I'll leave it in my coffee. And, okay, that was like once and I actually started drinking 3 cups of coffee a day at every breakfast, lunch and that stuff. And then other will not drink coffee at all. Basically my coffee desire was jumping and jumping, which is a good sign of bloody beating this addiction. So bloody hell, I think I almost died because of coffee. Like, when can you bloody overdose on it? Yeah, maybe. I think if you do anything, you will overdose no matter what. Like, this totally limits how much body you can take. Like, even if, let's say, it's something you need for living. Like vitamins. I'm pretty sure if you have, like, too much vitamins, you, like, will die. Like, or maybe sun. Like, you need sun to live, but if you get too much sun, you bloody get skin cancer, all that stuff. But I need water. And you can totally overdose on water as well. I think. Okay, that probably. I think I heard about some disease about doing something with drinking too much water. Maybe it's a plant disease. I'm not sure. I mean, I also know that plant can be overkilled by pouring too much water on them. I bloody need the water to be fair. I mean, I've been talking and I'm kind of dehydrated. So we'll do that. Okay, that's all our thought. Bloody hell, James. Okay, actually, it's more to do with my concept of time because James joke about mega evolution. James joke about future president. It was not president back then. Okay, maybe lots of American joke about president. I don't know. I'm not American. I'm not Canadian. I'm not Australian. I'm not Irish. Just can't guess what the hell am I? What the hell am I? What do you think I am? What the hell is? I'm the guy who. Okay, maybe this people. No one knows what I am. People constantly guess what I am, but no one guess my nationality right. Man, my friends guess my nationality right because my friends in the same nationality that I am. So for them not guessing, I don't man. They also guess that I'm different nationality. I have different roots. Yeah, I do have. I mean, I do have roots not from my nationality because one of my grandparents is from a different country. My mom from this country, and they come to this country to make my grandpa happy. And then my mom fall in love with a person in this country and make me I'm so many nationalities in one bench. Okay, not so. But I don't know. Lights in my house, so okay, I hear some weird noise in my house, and I can tell what's going on. So, for this note, let's just go to physical education, and 1, 2, 3, let's go.
I don't know if any of you guys had to do this in high school, but in my high school, you had to take a physical education
I
credit.
think
to
I will
graduate.
have to do
So
this,
normally,
and
to
I
get
bloody
out of the
hate
way,
it.
in 9th grade, all the boys would take PE, and all the girls would take dance. But
That's
sometimes
bloody
the
not
really
fair.
white boys would take dance, and you'd always point them out during dance recitals. So I actually took PE
Oh,
myself,
so you can
because
wait.
I went to a preparatory school in
I
9th
didn't
grade,
hear what
but
you're
that was
saying.
okay because I fit in
Bloody
quite
hell.
perfectly with all the other skinny white boys. And there's like
I
this
bloody
long
hate it because I
moment in
bloody
the first
hate
10
physical
minutes of class
activities.
where all
You
you
can
do
tell by
is
my
sit in the
body
locker
shape.
room and wait until coach says, "Okay, let's do this." So one day we all got bored and just started flicking water bottle caps. You know,
Oh, someone
just the
punched you for
caps
this?
and the little whoop-ah. We just started flicking, you know.
And then
like
they will just get
frisbees.
dirty.
We took caps from the trash and we would just
Oh, no, who
shoot
cares
at
if they're
each other,
dirty?
you know. Whoop-ah.
And some
And
fun
it's
you
all
and
fun,
punish you
you know,
because
no
teachers
harm
have
got
fun.
done. I'm pretty sure I'm the
Teachers
one who
take
started
fun.
it, but whatever. And then when we did our physical education class, it was like extra hard. Like we ran 2 laps instead of 1, and we had to do wall sits
Why?
while
Or
holding
maybe the
medicine
teacher who
balls.
believed the boy is
And then
supposed to be stronger.
afterwards,
Which
when
is
we
just
were all
bloody
sweaty and tired,
stereotype.
the teacher goes, "You want to know why today was extra hard? It's because you're flicking water bottle caps at each other."
Well, isn't bloody
But
matter.
fast forward a couple, I don't know, a month, and these 2 kids get the idea to play a game called Bodies. And if you aren't familiar with that game, it's a game where you punch someone.
Why?
That's it. You're not allowed to hit their face, though, just their bodies.
And what's the point of this
which
game?
is why it's called Bodies.
What's the
And you'd
point of
think
this
at least
game?
one of us would be like, hey, you guys. Oh, wait, their voices should be squeaky. Hey, you guys. Coach didn't like that we were throwing water bottles.
Well, maybe he will like bloody you fighting. It will be a nice proof of physical
So,
education.
you know, I obviously couldn't
A
let
blast
that
paper
happen
doesn't like you much.
without watching. And these 2 kids start playing.
You don't
and
realize you have
one
to
kid
both.
isn't even
All
punching
class-
back, which is a strategy
All
I
class have
would
to punish
not
for that.
use
They also have to
in
be
that
punished for
particular
this.
game.
I don't
And
feel
then
it's
all of a
like
sudden,
you
the
can
dude
take it.
taking the punches falls off his feet and hits his head on the hard tile.
Damn
and
it.
doesn't get up. Did I win? So we're a couple of
You don't even know
bros
how to
who were
win
like,
this
"Hey,
game.
bro.
Well, you don't get in trouble.
So we
Unless
had to tell
in
the
the law,
teacher, and the teacher got
education,
the nurse,
and
and a little time
freaking
passed,
prison
and at that point, he
education.
did wake up a little.
That sounds very
And the
stupid
coach
statement.
asked
You're
him
freaking get
what
punished by
happened,
the
and he knew
law.
he would get in trouble if he told the truth. So he lied and said, I don't know, I just passed out and got all these punch marks. Although
You have
it was
punch
possible
mark?
He could have legitimately forgot. And then the coach asked the class what happened. And everyone was like, "Oh, yeah, geez, man, yeah, he just passed out. Yeah, I saw him.
From dehydration, you bloody don't care about your
And we
pupils.
almost got away
You don't
with
watch
it,
them drinking
except
water.
one kid, I forget his first name, but his last name was like for Wilkins or something.
Oh, you're just telling
yeah,
us. Now we have to find this guy and beat the crap of him.
So stupid. He
That's
tells
how
the
internet
coach,
work.
"Hey, we're
He doesn't know, he
They were
doesn't
playing
understand the
Bodies,
personal matter.
and person A Falcon punched person B. And then we already know
People on the
we're in a
internet
whole
just
heck
want to
of a
deliver the
trouble.
justice.
But the nurse called the PE teacher and said, "This kid needs to get his stuff." And coach said to the class, "Someone needs to get this kid his stuff." I got it.
Wow,
I'll
you
get his
smart
stuff.
bastard.
And I'm told that the class had to do lunges down the track field.
You
But I
bloody
wouldn't know, because
genius.
I took my sweet time
Evolution
getting him his
master.
stuff. And then a year later, I heard our PE teacher got fired. For separate reasons.
Okay, I will not watch Blood Donation. I think for this enough. For this part, I think it will be enough. Okay, so talking about this one. Okay, I think my class did mess around during physical education locker scene. I mean, I often just want to change and get to my other class and that stuff. Some people would just talk to each other. Some people would just jump around. Well, usually because someone insulted someone, that stuff, and they want to threaten each other. But I don't think. Well, okay, there was some couple of fights, and then we used to like to play with lights, flicker them, but also like not serious, like sexual games. And then you have what you can say. We just talked and messed with lights, and then some people actually hang on the hanger. They have these weird hangers on which one you can easily hang on. Okay, like I think one time it actually broke. Like not in the way that you fall, it just broke. And someone just was standing there. But we'll never get in trouble for this. For other stuff, again, my physical education was not that serious. I mean, again, I barely hated. Okay, in school I did not hate it that much. At high school, I hated a bit more, and to be fair, at high school I slowly started becoming a little bit of what's the word? Degenerate, a bad student, or a bad member of society. And bloody hell, was just being lazy, not doing much physical education. I mean, okay, depends on the teachers. Teachers with physical education change pretty constantly. One didn't care, one care but not that much, another care too much. And depending on teacher, it will depend on how much I will do physical education. So some teachers I bloody never miss a class, with a couple teachers I did do nothing, with other teachers I did something but poorly. And yes, that's kind of the whole story. Talking about this one, animation basically for now the same, and I think it will be the same until changing points. About talking about this one, not much you can say. So on this note, go to James' channel, like, share, subscribe, do that stuff. Come to my channel to do everything the same thing. You can even dislike this video. Now on other stuff, you can go check my social media, check my other two channels, and check my Discord, check my Patreon, where I will give you some benefits of shouting out you right there. And what else? What bloody else? The else would be for $1 you will get the early access to the reaction channel, my face, the timer, but you have to find the video on your end. And for $2 all access to my gameplay stuff, and for $4 all access to my drawing stuff, like not my own video drawing, just drawing general. Does not include thumbnails and does not include drawing your Astal challenges. Now for $13 it's more special on Discord, where you can get me special or ask me question with some limits. And you can commission me a drawing. For now. Maybe I will in the future stop doing it. I mean, I never did get commission, but if you want to commission me something, I will draw it to you. We will go maybe nudity. I'm not sure. I don't think I will limit myself on nudity. Maybe I will draw some nudity. Who bloody knows? Nobody only knows. But on this note, that's it. Have a nice day. Roll end screen. Bye bye.